आपने सलमान और शाहरुख के साथ चैट शो शूट हो चुका है, तो कभी आपने कोशिश की उन दोनों के बीच की जो खटास उन दोनों के बीच में है उसको कभी सॉल्व करने की, कभी उनकी दोस्ती करवाने की? बिकॉज आप दोनों के दोस्त हैं, दोनों के साथ काम कर चुके हैं।
कोई मुझे इस क्वेश्चन से बचाओ प्लीज। माइक ऑफ, आई कांट हियर, सॉरी, मुझे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है। Well, I think each one has their own equation, and this really is beyond me or anybody else. I think time, let's wait and watch. Shah Rukh used to be the bandar in a Ram Leela. I didn't know that. I swear, I've known him for like 12 years, and he's one of my dearest friends. I never knew he was the bandar in Ram Leela, which I found out when I was doing the show with him, and he was really funny as to enact the whole thing out. I didn't know that Farhan used to work as an assistant with Mr. Manmohan Singh, not a prime minister, but the cameraman who I didn't know that Akshay used to work with Jayesh Seth as a assistant photographer. So there's so many little things. Now I'm not going to tell you everything.
The question is how easy or difficult it would be to interact with someone who's not really, or interview someone who's not really a friend, but still an acquaintance. For example, a Kareena Kapoor.
Well, Kareena's a friend now. She's dating a very dear friend of mine, and she is a friend now. So she isn't really, not really my best friend, but a good friend. I think, as I said earlier, as long as you have respect, mutual respect for each other, it's not that difficult to go forward and do an interview. And the idea was always to make it endearing, to have lots of fun, to have a mad angle to it, because each one of these actors is truly mad in their own way. So I wanted all that to come out. And I think each one has been very supportive and fun, because sometimes I have put them on the spot, and said, why don't we try this? And there is no, let's go back to the trailer and do some rehearsals, or let's do it. It's all very there. And it's also, I mean, I've not done too much TV, but when I'm there, they don't cut too much. We have a beautiful set thanks to Umang. There's lovely air conditioning thanks to UTV. So I don't even need to puff my face that much. So they don't cut it. So sometimes, like I remember when we started shooting with Aki, we did it in one shot, the whole bit. Of course, they have 2-3 cameras and 4-5 cameras, but 7 cameras, sorry. But it just, big budget show, guys. Short cameras, every day ke liye ek camera. So yeah, so it just went, with the flow, because even for me, it's like, I can't be like, okay, tell me about this. It's a natural progression of conversation. Of course, I do have certain points I would like to talk about. And usually it just goes with the flow. They'll say cut, or फिर 3 घंटे और लगेंगे. And they said, no, show's over. I was like, really? Do we need to cover anything else? But I think that's the fun bit of it, that it just, you have to pick it up from where the person leaves it. And then you have to take it further. And it was like, in a way, for me, it was like being in La La Land, because it was going down memory lane with people, And I must say, this is in a strange sort of way, it's my way of also saying thank you to a lot of the actors I've worked with, because they've really been wonderful to me. I love each one of them because they've respected me, they've taken care of me, they've gone beyond being a hero with me. They've just all been wonderful. They've nurtured me. I was nobody from the industry. I knew nobody. When I worked with each hero or whoever I worked with, they always treated me with respect and always were nice to me. And I really appreciate that, because the whole world talks about how hard this industry is and how evil it can be to people. But my soul is intact. I'm very happy. I still have those friendships. And when I couldn't find an actor, then I used to just call the wife and say, please, where is he? So especially with Aki, I was like calling Tina because I didn't know where he was. And of course, he was away in China. So it was just wonderful.
It's not like instant fame. Everyone's had really, really a struggle. I think there's not been a single person who has not struggled to get where he is today.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But I think that's the that's when you become a superstar.
I agree.
To become a star, you can become a star with your one film, but you need to go through the grind. You need to fall down on your face. You need to get up again. You need to keep falling. You need to have those critics out there criticizing you. You need to be put in a corner, and then you need to rise from the ashes. And that's when you actually become a superstar. So of course there were all those incidences and stuff coming out. But it was amazing, some of the things people talked about. Like, I was like sitting out there and saying, really? And for once, I couldn't say that this one said that or that one said it, because it's directly from the horse's mouth. You know, what we wanted to do, what we discussed before we got into this show and decided to make it a talk show, was that Indian actors, you know, to be an actor in India is probably one of the most difficult jobs in the world. It's not like a job for any other actor, maybe in the West, when work comes to you, a script is narrated to you, it comes to you 3 months before, 6 months before, you practice and do whatever, and then you shoot. We are so spontaneous. There's a lot of chalta hai attitude sometimes. Yeah. And I wanted people to know how genuinely, how each star is so talented. People always think, of course, it's very easy. Of course, it's easy when you buy a ticket. It's terrible when you don't buy a ticket and criticize. But if you go watch a ticket, फिर तो audience है भाई, फिर चलता है, right? So then people come and say कि, oh, this one is like this and that one's like that. But people actually don't know how much talent and various different types of talents the actors have. So what I wanted to do was create a situation where people can see that. So there's, in certain times, we suddenly come out with a sequence and we do a whole play acting bit where I give them a random scene and I say, okay, do it right now. And you'll see how nicely and how beautifully those play act sequences have come. Of course, they're really funny. Sometimes what's happening current is also displayed in that. Right. I make them do some random endorsements sometimes, because today an actor, of course, acts, but you know, they're doing ads and they're doing this. So trying to show the wholesomeness of their personality and how quirky and mad they actually are.
And fun, phenomenally
and fun,
funny.
And
I
fun.
agree. Okay.
And endearing. The soft side of them, you know, to see a man sit there, a big hero, and his eyes get moist and he talks about things which you've never heard him talk about. And you're like, you know what? Now I know when he does all those emotional scenes, where does it come from?
You want to share one or two of the things that touched you most about what some people said?
I think one thing that really touched me was when I was talking to Aki and he was talking to his father. He spoke about his father when he was young. It was so sweet, you know, it was so sweet. And it was very personal to me because when his father passed away, I'd gone to see him that time and he was so distraught. So him talking about the past and talking about how he wanted to make it, and it was so sweet. The way he talked about his children and the way, I mean, each person, you know, I just want to keep the suspense. I just want people to see it and then give us their feedback as to what they thought.
Absolutely. Are you happy?
And I want to thank Zarina
Thank you.
for giving me a free hand, for just not all saying that you have to do this and you have to do this. It was a free hand. And thank you, Shifa, for making everything I wanted available, for, you know, indulging me and pampering me and just being wonderful. So I think half the battle is won when you work in an atmosphere where everyone's a lot of fun and everyone gives you your space to do what you want to do.
बड़े पर्दे पर काम करना और छोटे पर्दे पर काम करना कौन सा डिफिकल्ट है?
I think both are equally difficult and both are equally easy. बड़े पर्दे पे you end up doing 4 to 5, maximum 6-7 shots a day. So of course काम कम होता है. TV में of course you just go zip. So there isn't much time to rest. So TV is definitely more tiring. But जो इंसान मेहनत करता है तो उसको मेहनत हर जगह करनी पड़ती है. So it's equal actually.
Preeti, Jyoti.
Oh, hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You know, so many celebrities have come earlier on television with chat shows. We all know Karan had come, Simi is still doing. And everyone says there is emotional connect and it is something different from what others are doing. So in what way are we going to see Preeti Zinta doing something which we have never seen earlier on television? And what kind of preparation you have to do? And while doing this preparation, have you realized how tough it is to be on the other side, being a journalist, when we chase you for your answers?
Well, the most different thing is you won't see me talking that much on the show. You'll see all my co-stars talking. So everyone says I talk a lot. So I won't be talking that much. Feeling like a journalist, well, the point was, the idea was never to come there to create a scoop, or the idea was never to come there to create a controversy or negativity to get publicity for the show. The fact that we have such huge stars coming for the show, I wanted to show a side of them which I have seen and the world hasn't. And a more humane side of them. Sometimes the big macho guy can be very vulnerable, and sometimes the guy who makes the biggest movies can be very scared of a little cockroach, which none of you know, but I do, because I might be sitting with him and he might everybody might think he's got all these big muscles and he's this tough guy, but this one big flying cockroach comes, he flies out of the room. And I'm like, okay, I'll take care of the situation. So these were things I didn't want to get into. There's enough written about people already, about controversies and stuff. So I wanted to get into the positive side of that. And as a person, I'm very positive, So I wanted that positivity to seep into it and keep the respectability of the person coming. For whatever said and done, the people that are coming on this show are big achievers. And you have to respect them for the achievements they have made. So putting all that in, of course, you have to have fun, Life is anyway so loaded with so much happening that if there's no fun element in life, then it doesn't really feel that good.
शो का नाम है क्लोज एंड पर्सनल, तो आपकी क्लोज कौन है, आपके पर्सनल कौन है, और कौन ऐसा है जिसको आप सड़ू कहती हैं? अभी आपने थोड़ी देर पहले जिक्र किया था.
I am not telling you who the Sadhu is. Sadhu is like, you have to see the show. I'm not telling you off reference. But, well, I'm close to each one. I'm close to each one of the actors that came there. Because, we've shared so much. When you're hanging in somebody's arms, there's a lot of trust that goes between people. So of course, closeness is also by how you respect each other and how you take care of each other. So of course, sometimes it's not like I confide my whole life into somebody, but we share so much together. So there's always a sense of closeness with people.
प्रीति, क्या गेस्ट जो आएंगे उनको क्वेश्चंस एडवांस में दिए जाता है या कैमरा?
नहीं. किसी को कोई क्वेश्चंस एडवांस में नहीं दिया जाता, बिकॉज उसका मतलब ओवर टाइम वर्क फॉर मी. सो नहीं, आई कम ऑन सेट and I sit with Shifa and the other people on our production meeting with Red Chillies. They come and give me all the research, and that's the research for the actors. I of course have cue cards अगर मैं कभी भूल जाऊँ, पर on actors आते हैं उधर ही, because this can't be rehearsed and all. फिर might as well be,
अच्छा, क्रिकेटर्स भी अपने आप में स्टार्स हैं, एंड सिंस आपके क्रिकेटर्स के साथ अच्छे संबंध हैं, तो क्या वो भी शो में आएंगे? कौन? क्रिकेटर्स. अच्छा, जब आप अभी पता नहीं, पर अगर आप बोल रहे हैं तो उस पे हम अभी अमल करेंगे. थैंक यू.
Karan Johar and Simi is also known as a very good personal host, So are you all set to dethrone Karan Johar because he's one of the best?
No. Joe, I can never dethrone. He's attached to a throne. That's just not possible. No, I don't think I can go into that zone at all. We all have our USPs. And Karan, it'll take me a long time to even come near him. So we all have a different way of doing things and having a chat show.
And since you were talking about friendships, you'll be able to engage so many friends, for this show. And the show is being produced by Red Chillies. By any chance, will you be able to rope in Salman Khan?
Yes, he is coming on the show. I think my first experience was, you can never ever, the first is always first. This first was really cool because I was interacting with real people, and that I've never done as an actress, it's, you get stuck in a studio and you get trapped on a screen. You never get to touch real people. So doing Guinness World Records was meeting and interacting with real people. I felt very, very proud doing that show. Meeting a girl who could pull with her braid 1,800 kilos. I mean, some of the most amazing things I heard and saw, and I felt extremely proud to be an Indian. I must say that. Here, this is my comfort zone. There, I was interacting with people I'd never met. Here, I'm interacting with people who are part of my success, who are part of the reason I am here, who have held my hand when I fell down, who've, been there for me, and we've been friends for a really long time. And friendship is not always calling each other every day and saying, how are you? But sometimes it's also respecting each other and looking out for each other when no one's looking. So, of course, this is more chilled out and relaxed and more fun. I don't have to work that much more thinking like, oh my God, what am I going to say? How am I going to do this? Or even to learn about them. When contestants used to come on the previous show, again, the research, I had to go through it again and again so that I wouldn't forget anything. And there was a live audience in the front. Here, there's nothing. There's this beautiful set, which is like my house, and nobody. There's one big black cloth in the end of it, so I never get to see anybody. Only when we were shooting the song of it, I saw lots of people. So this one is really up close and personal. It's almost like sitting and chatting in a room where there's nobody else.
Preeti, this is Swati from Rajshri. Just wanted to know that having said all of that, the bitter truth still remains that it's only the controversial or the so-called juicy element which makes way to even the show's promos or headlines or news channels for that matter, and even gain traction in the audience. So do you think by keeping away with any of the controversial or juicy element, you might just, miss out on any TRP for that matter?
No, I'm sorry. I beg to differ. I do not agree with that. I think it's sometimes people get really uncouth and cross lines thinking that it will get them TRPs. I don't think it gets you TRPs. If you go out and talk to people sometimes, even they turn around and say, this channel is rubbish. Sometimes maybe you should go to YouTube and see bits where from different television channels, all these scoopy things that you're talking about, which sometimes are not even scoops. Either you come out with a real story, which is really a true story. 80% of it is rubbish and concocted. So how can you call that a scoop? I think as long as, and it's like saying a vulgar movie will work and a movie with good content will not work. As long as you have good content, the biggest hit in Indian cinema till now is what, 3 Idiots, right? It's the cleanest film. It is the cleanest film. It's entertaining and it's fun. So I really beg to differ. I think as long as you have good content, as long as you are honest with what you're doing, I think people are there to watch it. People don't want all this rubbish. Now, when you're throwing it down their throats, you're stuffing it down their throats, given a choice, they will go for something that the whole family can sit and watch, they can enjoy it, and they take something out of it. These are people who I'm interviewing are people, they're icons. You understand when you see the interview why he's an icon, why he's so inspiring, why he's so tough at what he does. So I think this is what you're going to see, and I think it's very, very high on content. So I don't think anything else will be missed at all.